Well, the thing I just want to say is that track and field is a way of life, you know, and it doesn't mean just track and field. It goes into any other career. I went on and I had a pretty illustrious entertainment career doing promotions and music, radio, and et cetera, et cetera. But at the same time, most importantly, what I learned from these individuals is how to give back to kids. And that's the most rewarding thing, because when you can watch a child grow up to be an adult, go to college, and then live on their own, that's what it's all about. And when you see these individuals that are here, these individuals are New Jersey Hall of Fame coaches, okay? And then of course, you know, you see the great one here, Carl Lewis. I mean, he's done it big. But the thing that I want to say to each and every one of you out there is that it's so important for us to give back to our youth. Our youth, they have all the technology. They caught up into the social media. But what they're doing is they're looking for the future. And we have to go back and dig in the past, because most of you that are here are something that I recognize from the past. I did, before I knew you personally, I actually studied you. You know, when I was in school at Memorial Junior High, they had what they call Learning Resource Center. And they had books in there. And at that time, in '77, here my friend, he was a national champion. I was far away from that. But I went into the library, opened up a book, and looked at the Olympics. Went back from 1896, and I got stuck on the 60s. What's so ironic about the 60s, you know, I focused on the long jump. I saw 3 jumpers: Ralph Boston, I saw Bob Beamon, and I saw Norman Tate. And it was just been a pleasure. And 10 years later, I wound up being coached by him in my career. So what I'm saying to you is that, you see, you never know when you read and you research the people that's going to be around you. I got another story just to give you this story too, from a business and a social standpoint. I met a wonderful family called the Alwines, who are here, table 3. You guys can wave over there. And my brother Mansour, he had a wonderful friend, who was his roommate, basketball player, and we used to hang out for about a year or so, and he would always talk about my training, and hey, we're going to try to get back into it. And then one year, I said, Rod, how do you know so much about track? And he said, well, you know, my mom, she did a little something, and long jump. And so I said, well, who's your mom? And there's his mom right there, 1952. You see, so what I'm trying to say is that the world is small, and if you get to travel, at an early age, I was fortunate enough to travel with my parents. My father was in the military. And so once I got to be around 10 years old, and I was able to have family, it started with the Willingboro Track Club, and I developed that. But later on, what I'm really proud of is being at a school called John F. Kennedy. And I just want to end it with John F. Kennedy, so to speak, because our school closed 25 years ago. And for you guys, Citizen Track Club and the South Jersey Track Club having me here tonight is not only an honor for myself, but for my coaches and some of the premier athletes that went there. And if anybody doesn't know, that Carl Lewis went to Kennedy High School too, okay? But the first thing that I can tell you about my learning phase from the track club was that I had so many other national athletes that kind of guided me to help me to work really hard. But once I got to Kennedy, I knew kind of what I wanted to do, but I needed to be educated. And so the whole thing about being educated is that somebody's got to give you some knowledge about what that school has done. What Gary Jankowski did, he gave out packets of every single event from the 1960s of all of his athletes. I came in around 1981. So when I saw this, I said to myself, okay, this is what I need to do. And see, a lot of school programs don't provide that. They don't provide that these days. These kids don't know what they should accomplish. They don't even know what grade is. And a lot of the new coaches that are coming in, I'm finding out they come from other sport backgrounds, which is fine and it's okay. But what I say to all the coaches that's out there, and if you guys know some younger coaches, you get out there and you let them know that, look, when you get out there with these student athletes, teach them something every day. What if it's one athlete from a period of Olympics from 1896 up to 2012. But constantly do that because these kids are listening. You see, they're listening, but they're listening and they're learning off of the wrong stuff. And so what we got to do, especially from us, we're from the old school generation now, we got to put that back into our younger kids. We got to save the kids. And we need to see more Olympians, okay? Because it's a dying culture in track and field. So I just wanted to just thank each and every one of you for recognizing me because it represents two-time high school state championships with my teammates. I want to just say the other close friend to my heart who's not here is Paul Wheeler, probably one of the greatest sprinters that came out of Willingboro. I mean, this guy ran a 10.2 in the sophomore year of high school at the Willingboro Kennedy meet, and that was the most incredible thing that I've seen. But he became my best friend at 1987. Him as well as Bill Lewis passed away 2 months from each other. It was a hurting moment for me, but I got a lot of strength from that because everything that I've done in my career, musically-wise and emotional-wise, it was something that he shared, we both had shared. And so as time went on, both of those individuals are still living with me today. So if everybody can take that and pass it around and keep it going, it's going to be a wonderful thing. And I thank all of you for bringing me out here today. Thank you.